This is a presentation and a brief recording of a dream, followed by a Jungian style reflection. In Jungian psychology, dreams are understood not as literal predictions, but as symbolic communications from the unconscious. The images and characters and emotions that show up in a dream are approached as meaningful expressions of the psyche, and they invite us for reflection. So let's explore my dream and what it might be revealing. I find myself wandering about in a 5-story residence. Nancy, someone I knew from a long time ago, lives there, and she occupies the first 2 floors. Nancy is orderly, clean, neat, and quite perfect in every way. It's tidy wherever you go, and every room is lavishly decorated and makes one feel elegant. Nancy is distressed. She's on the verge of tears because she's pregnant. Nancy has a bit of wealth. All of her needs are met, but she's lonely and she doesn't have a mate. She's depressed, and I do feel bad for Nancy, but I don't know her well enough to actually help her. Nancy occupies the 2 bottom stories of the building, and the other floors are occupied by other people I do not know. As I'm wandering about the residence, I notice I'm wearing a red flowing dress. And actually, I feel quite elegant. I have 2 smaller dogs that I somehow am responsible for. They just appeared. The dogs are frightened and scared, and I'm trying to locate the leash for one of the dogs, and I can't find it. I want to leave now, but I need to bring my dogs home with me. As I'm trying to leave, I find my way out. Something happens. Nancy disappears, and someone takes her place. It's Denise. Now, Denise is someone who is loud, big, and unapologetic for being exactly who she is. Over the top, big, large, in charge, and without boundaries. A big, booming personality. Oh, and Denise has a larger, menacing dog who seems to be terrorizing my dogs. Denise is not organized and is not tidy, and the place is a very large mess. I used to clean for Denise, but it seems I'm wearing an elegant dress now, and I'm not dressed in a way where I can clean up this mess. I'm really trying to escape her home, her dirty, messy home, and, well, I can't find my dogs. Every time I try to make my way to leave, more obstacles appear, and I can't seem to get my dogs. Denise doesn't want me to leave, and I don't want to offend her, but I feel uncomfortable and I want to leave. I need to find my leash for the dogs, and I can't find the leash. I need help. Billy appears. Billy is a kindly, nice gentleman who is helpful and wise and a man of few words. He is strong and he doesn't say anything, but I sense his calm, and, well, that makes me calm. Billy will be present while I locate the leash. I find the leash, and I know it's because Billy is here. I locate my dogs because Billy is here. He is calm, and I'll be okay. I find my way out of the home with my dogs, and I'm okay. I go to my car to leave, and I wake up from this dream. Now, let's analyze this dream. In Jungian dream work, a multi-story house almost always represents the psyche, the inner life. The lower floors, more instinctual, relational, and old emotional material. Nancy is a symbol of order, wealth, security, pregnant, lonely, depressed, and without a mate. She's socially successful. She's competent. You see, she has it together, but she's emotionally isolated. And because she's pregnant, that means something new is forming in the psyche, but not yet born. Perhaps not yet fully integrated, emotionally alone. There's a shift from order to chaos as I try to leave the house. The house becomes a dirty, tangled, unorganized, disturbing mess. This is classic shadow material emerging. It's like the psyche is saying, chaos, that's going to follow an unconscious mess. As I try to leave, the house becomes dirty. It becomes tangled and an unorganized, disturbing mess. I'm no longer in a polished world of Nancy. Denise replaces Nancy. She is loud, messy, dirty, big personality, and overwhelming. She represents a shadow aspect of the feminine, unconfined, emotionally invasive, lacking boundaries. And since it appears I used to clean for this person, It could mean that I once took on responsibility for other people's messes, especially emotional or energetic messes, at a cost to myself. And this part of the psyche has taken over the house and it's demanding attention. The dogs represent my instincts, loyalty, emotional truth, and what needs protection. They're small and kind of frightened, and they're being terrorized by Denise's dog. This could mean my gentler instincts are under threat from chaotic, unmanaged energy, and the missing leash, well, that's critical. I can't yet fully contain or protect or guide this vulnerable part of myself. Something essential is definitely missing. The red dress I'm wearing, an elegant flowing red dress, high heels, well, that could symbolize life force, eros, vitality, and authenticity. This is not a cleaning outfit. It's who I'm becoming, and yet it feels it doesn't belong in this dirty house. My psyche is saying I have outgrown environments where I must shrink, clean up, or manage chaos, yet part of me still feels obligated to stay polite and small. The core conflict is I want to leave and protect what's mine and go home, but I also want to be polite and not offend and reveal what I really think. This is classic conflict between the authentic self and the adaptive persona. Jung might say this dream is showing the moment when politeness becomes a prison. Billy appears as my inner masculine, the animus. Billy is calm, he's centered, he's safe. He's big, he's quiet, he's helping me leave. This is a healthy animus figure, an inner masculine function that provides steadiness, helps me act without drama. He does not argue or explain, he escorts. Jung would say this suggests that I have inner authority to leave and I can leave these psychic spaces without chaos or guilt. Jung also believed that dreams ask us something, and this one might be asking, where in my waking life am I still trying to leave politely? What once sustained the ego becomes in the second half of life a burden to the self. Where in my life do I experience oppressive authority figures? Because sometimes in dreams they can appear as not people, but as animals or forces when the psyche is no longer willing to humanize them. The missing leash, well, it could represent an unmade decision. I can't find the leash and I can't quite leave. Nancy represents an old ideal of having it all, a woman who appears to have everything, but she's lonely. She's also pregnant with something new she can't raise alone. Maybe an idealized version of an overfunctioning feminine self? Well, my dream removed her and replaced her. Now, Nancy represents my persona, the mask I wear in real life, what I want to appear as to the world, someone who's structured, organized, and disciplined. But Denise appears and represents symbolically a loud, proud, over the top one who does not apologize for who she is. She's assertive without censorship, a refusal to shrink for social comfort, and a capacity to take up space. She's raw psychic energy. She is not yet consciously owned and potentially frightening because it feels intrusive, it feels embarrassing, and socially risky. Now, does this Denise need to be integrated? Yes, but not enacted wholesale. Jung was very clear about this. Integration does not mean imitation, it means recognizing the trait and allowing a measured version of it into consciousness. This might mean, for me, the right to exist unapologetically and the ability to express anger, joy, confidence, or a desire without shame. One who is true to their own emotional volumes when it's authentic. The red dress represents the return of Eros, freedom to create things that really make me come alive. Not romance, but soul energy. When Eros is suppressed too long, it turns into fatigue, turns into resentment, maybe some quiet despair, or it turns into Nancy. My psyche is craving simplicity after decades of a job where I was in service to other people. So, thank you to Billy, who provided agency out of the overwhelming mess. And I just like to recap. Nancy provided order. She also provided structure. Billy provided calm and centeredness. And Denise, she's my shadow. It's okay to be messy and shake things up a bit. So thank you, Denise. If I integrated a little more measured Denise, who knows what I could become? Thank you for listening to this dream analysis, and maybe perhaps there's more on the horizon.